Ruth Lyons was the inventor of this kind of form, really. She had been doing it since 1943 on radio and 1947 on television. And she did the sort of move down the couch. She was the one that would have her repertory company, just as if she had her own Ed McMahon, that would be me, or Bob Braun, or whoever was sitting over there next to her. And then she would bring out these Bob Hope, and Bob Hope would sit down, and he would be the next guest, and then move down the chair and bring out another one, and we'd have a live audience. And so she set the tone for all of us. And there were many people at that time throughout the Midwest doing them, Cleveland, Kansas City, all through that era, and of course in the major cities, New York and Los Angeles as well. But when that all began to fade, and people went into canned shows and syndicated shows and that sort of thing, it's still, the shows still obtained in Cincinnati. They continued, my goodness, until the 80s. They were still doing live programs in Cincinnati with live audiences in the 1980s. And that was much after their time had come and gone. And that was because of the power created by this woman, by Ruth Lyons herself. And and we all followed her formula. The one who broke that formula was Phil Donahue, who he used the live audience, but instead of using any other appurtenances to the show, including a band and including singers and dancers and all of that, and that kind of entertainment, he just used talk. Well, that was a new concept, and that was certainly a breakthrough. And that was we certainly will salute Phil and the people who helped him create that there.
Did you follow? Did you do that with your talk show? Did you try to go to that?
I did not. We were the way that a show worked, the way we could sell a show in Cincinnati was the way it had been done before. We talked about doing it. As a matter of fact, Dennis Holey attempted to do a show just like Phil Donahue's in Cincinnati, and it did not do well. So we were more successful in doing a program that did have the traditional elements. I definitely injected talk elements into it, and very serious ones. I talked to Elliot Richardson 4 days after he resigned as Attorney General in the middle of the massacres, the various massacres. As a matter of fact, there's a very funny part about that. We were doing the interview, and something went wrong with the camera, and we were having some kind of technical difficulty. And Mr. Richardson said, "I don't know, Nick, is that going to be 18 and a half minutes missing from this program?" Referring back to the 18 and a half minutes that were missing from the tapes that Richard Nixon had, which was a very famous bobble at the time.